Hello folks, thanks for joining us. Well, this is a pot actually I made yesterday. It's been drying now here on the wheel, and I'm just going to cut him off. So this pot actually I threw in two pieces by throwing two GP bowls and inverting one on top of the other, and then breaking through the foot of the inverted one and throwing up a neck. So now I could probably have thrown that actually in one piece, but I'm just experimenting with GP bowls and joining one on top of the other, because in some ways you can get a lighter pot if you do it like that. If you throw it all in one, sometimes you don't quite get as light as you want it to be. And this one is going to be trimmed, so probably to trim it I'll have to find a chuck of some description. I don't know, that one or that end. He's not ready for trimming at this present moment, but when he is, I will probably utilize this just to skim off a bit here at the base and to hollow out a foot ring. So what I'm going to do now with this guy, I'm actually going to leave him like that, upside down, so the bottom half here of the pot is going to dry. It's important to turn your pots, you know, you don't have them just one way up, you need to turn them around. So that's that. We'll leave that one there. Actually, what I'm wanting to do now is I've got a board of tankards you saw me throwing. Let me just get them out. I've had them pretty well wrapped up actually, waiting for the opportune moment to deal with them. I've actually done another batch which I have already done. So what I've got to do now is throw some pull some handles for these guys. So yeah, they're ready to be thumbed off and have handles put on them. So I've actually got a few handles already pulled somewhere. Where did I put them? Oh, they're over there. So what I'm going to do is I'll put these down over there beside them. But I don't have quite enough handles. How many do I need? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need another 10 handles. So I'm just going to move the camera a touch. So we're a little bit facing here so you can see just going to talk about pulling handles. A moment. Right, so I've got this board here, so we're going to put the handles down on the board. Okay, I've got my water there. I'll bring up my water pot, we'll put it here. So you want to squeeze this between your fingers like this. Pull the clay down. Okay, you're going to need to pull down probably a good 18 inches of clay. And as you pull, remember, pull right off the end. Okay, don't stop there, but go right over the end. Keep it nice and wet. Very, very hot today. It's 90 degrees here in the shade. So we're cooking. Who's that? Pottery this way! Okay, so by alternating hand postures and keeping it nice and wet with a nice steady even pull, you're going to get a, you can see I've got quite a length here, can you see that? Well, I'm going to take that now, drape it over my wearboard and chop off the end. See, once you've pulled a decent length down, all you have to do is just extend it just a little bit more, and then you just chop them off, you see, one by one, the handles. Number 2. What could be simpler? Well, for any of you out there who've tried to pull handles, you'll know it's not as simple as it looks, is it? It is. It demands somewhat of a knack to be able to do this, but with a little practice, with a little practice. Now the handle wants to be something like twice as wide in its width as it is through its section, and you really want this section to be like the eye of the rabbit there, you see. That's what your handle cross section should look like. I mean, everybody's handles are very personal things, aren't they? Because everybody's hand is a little bit different. So everybody's going to pull a handle in a very slightly different style. Dee dee dee. Yep. Pull it down. Now when you chop them off, let me just see if we can just get the, because this is actually important, I don't know if you can see this, I want you to watch, I'm going to zoom it in there, okay? I just want you to watch. Watch the cutoff, because that's, you can pull a beautiful handle, but when you put it down, lay it across the board, and when you cut it off, you can do it completely wrong, and that really, okay, so we're going to lay it like that, and then my thumb here, okay, straight down like that. Let's do one more. Dee, 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 dee. Okay, straight down. You want to get this cut off here at 90 degrees. So just bear that in mind, because that makes it then makes it a lot easier to attach the handle to your pitcher or your mug or whatever it is. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Things to bear in mind: you don't want a handle that is, well, let's talk about the practical things first. For a handle, you want the handle to feel comfortable, don't you? Comfortable to hold. That's a practical consideration. Another practical consideration is you don't want the handle to be so thick and heavy that it makes the pot feel very cumbersome. So there's a couple of practical considerations. Now I find an elliptical shape handle cross section is actually the most comfortable to hold. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. I needed 10. Always good idea. Pull one extra. I hardly ever need it, but it's good to have it there just in case. And thing is, if you've got 10 handles and you pull 10 handles, and one goes wrong, you've then got to get all your clay out again just to pull one handle. It's much easier just to pull one extra while you're doing it. So that's what we do. That's what I do anyway. So they're the handles. Now we need to bear in mind, excuse me a second, going in front of the camera. You need to bear in mind that these handles, when we attach them to the pot, we're going to pull them again, finally, a second time. It's more or less, though, a cleaning off pulling, rather than a real pulling, and we're just shaping the handle. But we'll do that once we've attached it to the pot. So stay tuned for that, which I'll be doing right now in a moment. Okay, so some food for thought there. Meanwhile, keep practicing. See you soon. Bye bye.